Welcome to your daily 49ers update. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Here is what's happening. The big story for the 49ers coming over the bye week is the return of two players, Christian McCaffrey and Dre Greenlaw. Let's start with CMC. Kyle Shanahan, is he trending towards coming back for the Buccaneers game?
Depends how this week goes. I mean, he's had no setbacks, so it looks like we're on track. But he's going to hit it hard this week while we're gone and kind of simulate some practice stuff for himself. And as long as it all goes good, hopefully we'll get him back in practice next week.
Kyle, how hard has it been to kind of keep Christian McCaffrey restrained and not have him work too hard, making sure that his comeback is on schedule?
I think it was tough at first, when we, did it in training camp and then felt like he was going to be ready for week one. And then after we decided to put him on IR, I think it's been pretty easy. That's why we did decide to do that. So we knew it was going to be at least a month and shut him down for a while, and now build him up slowly. And things have been going well. So now it's going to be nice to get him back, hopefully.
And so, Kyle, the plan would be to open his window on that Monday for the bonus practice.
If everything continues going right, if he has a good week this week.
Despite the reports you're hearing from insiders, it doesn't sound like this is a sure thing as they're making it out to be. When you hear Kyle talk about it, it sounds much more like a week-to-week proposition. So let's all keep our fingers crossed on that front. Now, with Dre Greenlaw, Kyle, what is the timeline for his return?
We talk about a lot of stuff, and he's working through it, but I hate to give a rough timeline for you guys because we're not exactly sure of it. I think it's, once we get back from this bye week, I think he's going to be about week to week deciding whether we should get him back in the practice deal or not. But we'll see how this next week goes. We'll see when we get back from the bye week. And I think once it gets past the bye week, then we'll be looking each week on whether we should bring him back or not because it is getting closer.
Seems to be more momentum for a McCaffrey return right now than a Greenlaw return. But again, Dre got hurt in the last possible game, so that makes sense. It's just going to be a wait-and-see thing. Hopefully the 49ers defense can continue with some of their good play until Greenlaw comes back. As for the rest of the injuries coming out of the Cowboys game, Jordan Mason aggravated his same shoulder injury. He'll be evaluated after the bye. D. Winters is in the concussion protocol. Deebo Samuel had a rib and an oblique strain. He'll be evaluated after the bye. Renardo Green has a regular ankle sprain. He's day-to-day. Chris Conley is week-to-week with a hamstring injury. And Jawan Jennings is expected back after the bye week. Let's play one more soundbite for you. This is from Kyle Shanahan's conference call, laying out the schedule for the week. See if you can find the one activity he's not totally jazzed about.
Long day today, just evaluating all this stuff, putting this game to bed. We get our exciting team photo that we have to do for semantics once a year. Then tomorrow we'll come in. They'll have a big workout with Dustin, our strength conditioning coach. We'll get a big lift in, a big run. Then we'll break up and we'll meet some more. We'll have a team meeting, and then we got to do some NFL video guidelines that they like that we all need to knock out and finish, and then I'll let them get away. We finish Tuesday afternoon. They get about 5 days off, and we come back and we get extra practice on Monday. Coaches work through a few more days on a couple things, but we all get a little bit of a break from each other and come back ready for this grind that's ahead of us.
That is the perfect word for it, Kyle. It is going to be a grind. Rest up because the rest of the season is going to be a huge test. And it looks like every one of the games left on the Niners schedule is going to be very, very meaningful. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Tuesday. If you want some flowers for Kyle Shanahan, check out what The Athletic wrote. They have him as one of the best coaching adjustments of the week. If you want to read it, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch. We are officially 1 week away from the NFL's trade deadline. You know John Lynch is going to be burning up the phone lines trying to make additions. Look, the Chiefs already made 2 trades to make their team better, and they're the back-to-back defending Super Bowl champions. Get the spinning John Lynch gif ready to go. We need a deal before the deadline. One thing you may have missed, Brandon Aiyuk gave a very sobering update on the status of his knee. He updated it in a video message. You could see he was visibly upset. He mentioned he has ACL damage, MCL damage, and meniscus damage as well. Look, Nick Bosa was able to come back from this type of injury. So maybe Brandon Aiyuk can do it, but clearly he has a long, long way to go. Rest up, BA. Best of luck going forward. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast wherever you get good audio podcasts. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Click that bell so you get notifications when we're live, which is every single weekday and after every single 49ers game for you. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.